Hey YouTube, this is an informational video on game battles and tips about game battles. I'm going to be using 2 search and destroy videos on Hanoi game battles, and let's get started. Alright, the very first tip I'm going to give you is when you're close to winning a match, whatever you do, do not risk it. Just sit back, relax. Your friends will be, let one guy rush their spawn or something, but then have the rest of you not risking it. Just sit back and don't risk. The second tip, do a shout out to your teammates before the round starts to who's going to get the bomb. It's important who has the bomb. You really want the guy who has the bomb to have lightweight. Lightweight is probably the most used perk in game battles and most people have it, but it's really important to get the bomb and use the bomb. Do not get tunnel vision focused. That is terrible. A lot of noobs, like on public matches, will get tunnel vision, and it is just probably the worst thing you can do. Tunnel vision just means you look straight at the screen and you look towards like the middle couple of inches on the screen, and then you don't look anywhere else. You gotta be able to see your left, your right, your top, and your bottom, and the middle of the screen. So try not to get tunnel vision and focus on like sounds you hear. Like some people throw flashbangs and stuff like that. Well, make sure you listen for that stuff. And lethal grenades, people will do that to distract you. If you lost, I'm really sorry that you lost, but you should definitely go in theater mode and check out why you lost and check out what your enemies were using and look at what they were using, because that can mean the difference between life and death. Like if you're going to get to a place before someone else because they're using flak jacket, well then you use lightweight and get there and then be ready for them. Use your lethal and tactical grenades extremely wisely. They are so important in game battles, I can't even explain how important they are. Lethal and tactical grenades could sometimes mean the meaning between life and death. You can juke up your teammates so much with lethal and tactical grenades. Say like you're playing and you throw two tactical grenades, say like this example on B. Well, then I'd throw one over on A, and then then I'd throw a lethal on A, and then the guy would probably be like, oh, he was just trying to distract me with B, and then A is going to be where he's really at because he's trying to kill me with that lethal. Well, then go back to B, plant it. He's not going to know. Once it's planted, the game's pretty much over. Obviously, when you're a pro like me, you sometimes can get him if he's just getting started. But most of the time, once the bomb's planted, it's pretty much over. Use weapons that have a pretty high fire rate and a good rate of fire and damage and range. Basically, the best guns to use would be either the FAMAS or the AUG. Yes, those 2 guns are some really badass guns, and they are probably the best guns to use. Have heavy communication, like say you're doing a team match, have heavy communication with your teammates, and like pick a leader who's gonna call out where all the people are going. Like just make calls and stuff. That's very useful. Don't get stressed over a death when, like, say you die, okay? Search and destroy. Do not get stressed out. Getting stressed out is one of the worst things you can possibly do. Getting stressed out really demotes your gameplay by a lot. It's just, try not to get stressed out. When you die, I know you're going to be mad and stuff, but just don't get too stressed. Like, I can't even stress how important it is not to get stressed. Show your team routes and spawn points where the enemies would spawn. Like, say you were playing in a pub match and you just found where some enemy was spawning, and bada bing bada boom, you're there. You can just spawn trap the hell out of them and kill them. It's so easy. Give your teammates certain roles to play. Like, say you want Timmy and Bobby to go to B site and defend, and if they get any action, scream it out as fast as they can before they die, and then whatever, you know, other names like Josh and Jake, I don't know, they can go to that site and just be like, oh yeah, now we got these guys planting, maybe the other guy will be trying to defend, you clear him out, kill the planter, game's done. Then you just kill the other two. Another important thing is put an invisible line in the middle of the map and do not cross that line. Just do not cross it. That line could mean the difference between life and death. That invisible line could be very important, because if you get into the enemy spawn and you're just sitting in their spawn, well, you're not defending your A and B site targets, and they have all the chance in the world to plant. Play it slow and don't rush too much. Rushing is pretty much a recipe for death and disaster. It's a bad idea. Don't do it. Camp when you need to. That's pretty important to camp. If, like, say here, I was kind of camping at B here for that last kill, well, I won. So, yeah. And also, at the beginning of the match, I forgot to mention this, when like, you're starting a match, like, look where your enemies are going, and then from there on, you can just be like, oh, he's going to B site, alright, I'm going to go to B site, and then try and, you know, juke him or something like that. Throw a stun him, kill him. And if you know where they're going, then you know where to go. Like, if you're attacking, you see them hang out at B for a second, you see them go to A, then go back to B, quickly go to A, try and get that plant. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I hope this helped you guys out.